And I'll take all the hate in the world to be able to live my path in life, even when it comes with a significant amount of hate from people who love me and from people who just see one little reel on Instagram and take it out of context when I passionately stomp my hand and a vein pops out of my neck and I call men who have these fat bodies and gelatinous titties and call them out and tell them that I could milk them, and they go, "Why the heck would you talk to men like that?"
Welcome to the Fitness CEO Podcast.
Hey friends, welcome back to another Fitness CEO podcast. My man B back in the studio.
What's up, Brycey?
Another month, here we go. And the theme of this episode, oh man, I'm excited to dive in, is forget the haters. I'm going to tee this up, man, because B, I've known you for about 12 years and been kindred spirits, have been on an awesome journey together. And I've always looked up to you and admired you for a lot of reasons. In the last, I would say, 6 months, just seeing your massive show with BK, the Bedros Keuilian show, and just the influence and the value you bring into the marketplace is absolutely unbelievable. But as we know, with all the glamour and all the excitement, there also comes this other side of the equation, which is the haters. So let's talk about that today, and I want to get your insights, and I have a lot of questions lined up.
Well, I mean, so the haters exist, right? Let's not hide around the bush. Haters exist. People who doubt you exist. People who don't think that you are worthy of whatever it is that you want to achieve exist. And I think the number one reason for that is because anytime that you live a better life, you have a more impactful message, you do something that gets attention, it is like holding up a mirror to them. Because every human knows that they're destined for more. Like, we start off, we've talked about this in other episodes before, we start off as human animals. There is no owner's manual or handbook on how to become your best version. You only do that through self-mastery, personal development, doing hard stuff, leaning into the sides of your comfort zone, constantly challenging yourself and testing yourself, all those different things, putting yourself around great people that you want to be like, disconnecting from the negative, toxic, gossipy, rumor mill types of people around you. There's so many things to do to evolve. Most people want to just stay as crop dusters and not fighter jets. So when you decide that you want to develop yourself into a fighter jet, to impact the world, to make more money, to have more meaning, to develop self-mastery, that scares a lot of people. To your friends and family, that might scare them because, well, I like the old version of you, the version of you that stays awake, that parties on the weekends. I like the drunk Bryce.
Yep.
I like the Bryce that, I can sit down and shoot the shit with and is always available for me. This new, successful, developed, non-drinking Bryce, well, he seems mission-focused. He seems like he doesn't have as much time for me, and he seems like he might judge me. And you may not even be judging me, but they feel judged because they're judging themselves because they know they should be on the same trajectory as you, and they're not. They chose to stay a crop duster. You're a fighter jet, and they all know that when a crop duster and a fighter jet line up at the starting line, fighter jet's always going to win.
Oh, yeah.
And so that puts so much fear in the hearts of people that they will hate, doubt, and ultimately cast a shadow on people. And it's unfortunate, man. And look, on the flip side of that is you're doing something big and amazing. Like I'm very blessed and grateful that my show, Bedros Keuilian show, popped off.
Oh, yeah.
I get haters, I get death threats, I get people that call me I'm a tinfoil hat-wearing conspiracy theorist. But okay, I go, what if just a small portion of what I'm saying is true? Did you want to maybe just reconsider, look into that, ask why 2020 happened the way it did, and there was so many statements that needed to get fact-checked, but the facts weren't even right, and right? But no one wants to look that way. It's only a select few, but you have to stay on your path, because if we listen to the haters and the doubters, we will end up being losers and crop dusters just like they are.
Yeah, man. I want to dive into like how you work through that, how you process that, because it's all fun and games until you start getting criticism, right?
Yeah.
Before I do though, I want to unpack from my lens like the two types of haters that I see. And for the context, we're talking about seeing you rise in business and do great things, and they're sitting from the sidelines, right? The two types of haters that I see are, number one, people who actually love you, okay?
Right.
The type of haters, people who don't know you and don't have a institutional knowledge of your life and your insight, and they're just looking so far out. They see this little smidgen of a perspective, and then they're going to manifest their opinion on you. But it's interesting. I think sometimes the haters that love you are actually the most concerning, And the reason I say this, and I'll share this, and when I say this, my mother Donna, I love her dearly, right? I don't consider her a hater in the direct form of being confrontational or wanting to see me lose. She wants to see me win. Like, she's like literally in my corner, my biggest raving fan. But from her perspective on things and the decisions that I've made to live in a different country, to launch a business, to become a CEO of an international franchise, it concerns her. Sure. And I remember when I first started my Fit Body Bootcamp location, in my first location in 2012, I was all fired up. I was excited. I was, letting my family and my mom know, like, this is the vision of what I'm doing and why. So excited. And I'll never forget. And she stops and she says, Bryce, who's going to pay for something like that? And I say this, in jest right now, but I look back at this, and at the time, like, I was so fired up. I was so, like, hurt and devastated. Wow. And at the end of the day, that form of hatred wasn't actually, like, demeaning me. It was just she didn't want to see me lose. Yeah. She wanted to see me win. She didn't want to see me disappointed. And I had to take that, but ultimately you have to feel that that you are doing the path for yourself. So that's one type of hater, okay? But the other hater is someone who has no contextual knowledge of your business and where you're going, and they're going to look on the outside and they're going to point all the flaws on why you aren't great, but they're looking back and. Are they living a life on purpose? Are they living a life of impact? And your point, no, realistically, they're just shining a mirror and they're insecure because of your success. Yeah. So that's my perspective on some of these things.
That's actually spot on. And the one that's more hurtful to us is the one that is, like you said, those that love us.
They love us.
Because, again, I know Donna. She's got such a beautiful heart. She loves you to pieces. And I just imagine since the moment you're born, especially if you're a mom's job, like factory installed purpose, is to protect that baby at all costs, not let him get hurt. I mean, I imagine if moms could bubble wrap us when we're babies, they would, right? And so, again, there's no owner's manual that came with baby Bryce and baby Bedros to go. And when they're about 12, 13, 14, start letting them make bigger decisions on their own, start letting them fail a little bit. That doesn't exist, the owner's manual. So they go, oh, my instincts tell me to protect my baby. Mm-hmm. And now my baby's in his 20s and 30s, and I still want to protect him. And you're like, Mom, this is frustrating. Like, I want to spread my wings. I want to test myself. I want to take these risks. But Bryce, what if, right? What if you fail? What if it hurts? What if you lose? And so my experience of that, too, and you want to hear your parents say, like, go, I believe in you, I got you. Like, can I just be the tailwind for you?
That's what I wanted.
That is what you want to hear.
Yeah.
And that is what I wanted to hear from my dad when I said, Dad, I've applied to speak at all these different fitness conferences, the IDEA Fitness Conference, IRSA, the International Health and Racquetball Association Conference, NSCA, National Strength and Conditioning Association. All three of those places send me a letter of rejection that I couldn't speak at their event because, one, I didn't have any college or university education. Two, I wanted to talk about entrepreneurship, business, and marketing, and they said fitness people just need to learn how to develop their personal training skills, just become a better trainer. So they always had speakers who were teaching posterior chain and how to do a better kettlebell swing and really how to do group training programs better, which is all awesome.
Yeah.
Like that's the franchise we run, Fit Body Bootcamp, and we deliver the best training on the planet that changes lives. I get it. But if we don't teach our franchisees to market, sell, run a business, to retain a client, get referrals, deliver results, ask for testimonials, that is what I wanted to teach, because I realized when I learned those skills, the actual skills of entrepreneurship, my personal training business took off back in my early 20s. And so, of course, since I wanted to teach that stuff, and I got a rejection letter from all those things, I decided I'm going to run my own event for personal trainers called Fitness Business Summit. And after about 2 years of running it, I had I think 100 people the first year, 150 people the second year. By the third year, I said, you know what? I think I'm going to give away a car. I'm going to give it, one of the ways I'm going to fill up this event is by saying, if you buy a ticket to Fitness Business Summit, a 3-day business conference for gym owners and fitness entrepreneurs, one of you might win this Land Rover. And I remember so excitedly telling my dad, Dad, I'm renting a auditorium at a hotel that holds 500 seats, double than the last Fitness Business Summit. And I'm getting a Land Rover. I'm going to give it away to one of the attendees. And then I look at him, and I'm waiting for him to say, I'm so proud of you.
That's
Good
awesome,
for you.
B.
That's awesome. Like, who the hell gives away a car at a seminar, right? And in his heavy Armenian accent, he goes, "Why you do that? There's too many seats, and why you pay so much money for car?" And instantly, I felt deflated.
Yeah.
His number one question was, "How are you going to fill up double the seats? How can you afford a Land Rover to buy and give away? Don't you just want to go be a real estate agent like your brother?" I remember storming out of my mom and dad's house. That was in 2010, 11. I remember storming out of their house very angry, feeling like they just shat on me and thinking like they don't believe in me. Today, I realize, after many years of counseling with Dr. Kevin, that they are looking at life through their lens
Totally.
of scarcity and fear. They grew up in the Depression era of Soviet Union. There was always a lack of water, lack of electricity, lack of natural gas. There was a lack of everything, lack of clothes, lack of food on the shelves. How in the hell are you going to get 500 gym owners to buy tickets, fly out to California, give away a Land Rover? Are you nuts, son? Right? Like, this is how you go bankrupt and end up living back into your bedroom again with us, is probably in my head what they were thinking. But so it feels like they were hating on me. Now I realize, as Kevin taught me, we have to learn to edit our conversations with the people we love most. Because if they have a belief system that is much lower than ours in terms of amount of money we can make, amount of experiences we can have, amount of success we can have. Like, if I told my parents that my average vacation with my family is around $45,000 to $55,000, it would blow their mind. And someone probably hearing this is like, "Oh my God, the founder of Fit Body Bootcamp has $45,000 to $55,000 vacations." Yeah, about 5 days in Maui where we go, the way we fly. Like, B, are you bragging? No, I'm really proud of myself because we escaped communism. I lived in Section 8 housing. I worked my nuts off to help build Fit Body Bootcamp. And then Bryce came on board, and now we grow it together, and we serve so many people. And I want to give my wife and my kids the experience that I never had. Like flying first class, living at the Montage in Maui, in Kapalua, waterfront, like having our own kitchen and just being able to order what we want and not look at the bill. Like, what an experience, man. Like, I'm the Cinderella man. Like, I ate out of dumpsters. I had my hair washed with gasoline when I was a kid because my parents couldn't afford lice treatment, right? And so I worked so hard that I give myself and my family that experience. I also give to Shriners Children's Hospital, Toys for Tots, Compassion International to the tune of 7 figures. And so I don't say any of that to brag and to impress, but if I told my parents that I donate that much money to Shriners and Toys for Tots and Compassion International, if I told my parents that we have $45,000 to $55,000 vacations, like, it would blow their mind, and they go, "You're wasting your money." It motivates me because I work so hard to the point of burnout because I know what Fit Body Bootcamp is capable of. I know the people that we serve, the humanity that we save, because every person that loses weight and gets fit at a Fit Body Bootcamp impacts 3 other people in their lives and their communities. And if we are to reverse the 60+% obesity rate in the United States, it starts with not eating less potato chips, because they do a great job marketing potato chips and Big Macs and Snickers bars and Coca-Colas. It is educating people on nutrition. That happens at a Fit Body Bootcamp. It is teaching them how to work out right, how a 30-minute workout, 30 minutes of your day out of your 24-hour day is all you need, right? And so I'm on a mission, and we work so hard to grow this brand. Why can't I have that, right? Why can't you have that? And so anyway, I say that because, but if my parents have this limiting belief that it's a waste of money to fly first class, it's a waste of money to live that way, it's a waste of money to give money to charities that you don't know where that money really goes. Is it really helping kids, right? So you have to edit relationships. And now where these other haters are concerned, the social media warriors who hide behind their iPhones and Androids and laptops and talk shit, I often have to remind myself that why wouldn't they talk shit on me? I mean, there's websites, blogs, and YouTube channels dedicated to hating Jesus, Mother Teresa, and Gandhi. And arguably, we can all agree that those 3 people did a lot of good for humanity.
Come on, you totally.
You and I are not absolved from hate if they are not absolved, right?
Totally.
In fact, there's a YouTube channel that is dedicated just to hating on people. And to my credit, I made it on this guy's channel. He did a whole episode on hating Bedros Keuilian and why I'm a fake, I'm a fraud, I'm a phony, all I want to do is scam people out of their money and promise them, this fake dream that you can have anything you want in life. I really do believe you can have anything you want in life. But this guy's channel is dedicated to hating me. And let me tell you, I watched all 47 minutes of that. I shouldn't have. I would have advised someone else who was asking me, should I watch this? I'd say, no, don't watch that hate video on you. I watched it, and it hurt. But it also reminded me that, again, Jesus, Mother Teresa, and Gandhi have more hate out on social media and blogs and websites, so it doesn't absolve me. So I'm in good company, right? And so you have to reframe where the hate is coming from. And when you reframe it and realize you're in good company, then you realize I'm really going to mash the gas pedal, and I hope every other week this guy makes a hate video on me. That's how I know I've made it.
Yeah, and I think this is an important episode to talk about because, this is going to happen. Like to any entrepreneur, anyone who's going to put themselves out there, the famous poem, The Man in the Arena, that you put yourself out there, you're going to have the hate. And I want to start out, from my lens and which you double down on, the people that you love because, my friend, you're going to have someone who loves you, who wants the best for you, okay? But for whatever reason, their perspective, on life, their framing is going to, get in the middle of that. So I want to prepare you right now so that way when you do come across that, when you do talk about your business model, the fit body you're launching or whatever the case may be, you can expect it. You can say, thank you. I know you want the best for me. I know you love me, but I'm going to continue to march ahead.
Right.
And the flip side, when the people who don't know you, that attack you and all that, when that happens, you can just roll it off your shoulder like a Dutch water.
Because there is a third option. Like there's a way to never be hated. There's a way to never have anyone doubt you. And it is to just go with the flow, be white toast, vanilla. Just agree to everything. Don't share your opinions, your thoughts, your core values. Don't even talk about any mission, purpose, vision that you have for yourself, for your family, for humanity. Don't ever take a risk. Don't get in front of a mic. Don't ever turn on a video camera. Never publish anything on the internet, ever. Not once. Don't even think about writing a book. Don't ever consider starting a business. Do not even attempt to try and donate money to a cause or a charity or a church that you believe in. I guarantee you that person is never hated, doubted, or looked down upon. However, that person has a horrible life. They have no sense of meaning, significance, purpose. And I'll take all the hate in the world to be able to live my path in life, which I know is to serve humanity and to help increase the level of self-mastery in the average human, even when it comes with a significant amount of hate from people who love me and mean the best for me, and from people who just see one little short or reel on Instagram and take it out of context when I passionately stomp my hand and a vein pops out of my neck and I call men who have these fat bodies and gelatinous titties and call them out and tell them that I could milk them, and they go, why the heck would you talk to men like that? Because I was one of those young men growing up, and I had low self-esteem, low confidence, low self-worth. And if you want to be seen, if you want to be heard, if you want to be respected, if you want to respect yourself, you will respect your body. Because again, we talked about this in an earlier episode, that if you are truly built and made in the image of your creator, then you are disrespecting your creator by growing titties and getting stretch marks around your belly button. That's the reality. For that statement, I get so much hate for, because they say, why don't you live and let live? Who the hell do you think you are? Aren't you, I might as well preemptively say this now, aren't you destroying your body and disrespecting your creator with all the tattoos on your body? Is what I hear. Maybe I am. But these tattoos don't make me a liability to my family, because if you are overweight, you have gelatinous titties, you are going to die sooner, you're going to get sick sooner, you're a liability to your family, to your kids, who now have to put you in hospice or visit you in the hospital sooner, you jerk, right? And so I passionately plea, and I get haters, and I'm okay with that. But the amount of love and supporters I get outweigh that. But what do we do as humans? We also hone in, like the 1 million positive comments that I get. Like one of my videos got 10 million views on YouTube. A short video got 10 million views. Hundreds of thousands of comments. I found the needle in the haystack. I found the one comment that was like, hey, this guy's a jerk or an asshole. I don't even know what it said now, right? And I was like, ooh, and I brooded on it for like 5 minutes, and then I let it go. And I've gotten better at that. This is obviously when I first launched my YouTube channel 7-8 months ago. But I share this because, again, who do you think you are to not have hate when Jesus, Mother Teresa, and Gandhi got hate? And so trust me when I say the alternative is to just be white vanilla toast and not be seen or heard and remembered by anyone.
And be nothing, do nothing, say nothing.
Ugh.
That's a mic drop, B. I mean, that's really what this message is about, and it's going to happen to you, my friend. And we shot a recent episode about awareness, and this is really, the message today. So, You got anything else before we bring it home?
That's it, man. I think we took it home.
All right, friends. Well, as always, if you got this value from this video, go ahead and give it a like and subscribe on YouTube. And remember, no one is coming to save you. You must save yourself, and the time is now. See you next episode. Thanks again, B.
Bam.